everybody, and welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Break this down for you right now. The show is we take 3 comics, unite them under one theme, and then decide which one is the good, the bad, or the ugly. If anything's especially egregious, it gets relegated to a special place called the wrong box. It is a unholy box filled with the damned. You don't want to hear about it anymore.
It cries at night. It's terrible.
Yeah, we'll see. But we have Superman cameos, but not that Superman cameo. It's more like
Superman is the cameo.
no, cameos in Superman books. These are people who either need the help of Superman to sell their own book, or it's just a fun cameo in a Superman book because Superman needs them to carry them out of obscurity. In any case, we've got 2 Man of Steels, numbers 30 and 40, and Action Comics number 719. There you go. Plain old Superman stories. I made sure that they were starring Kal-El Clark Kent Superman.
Right.
They're all from around the same
Similar
eras.
time,
Yeah, 94, 95, 96.
That's right. So,
Or, I think.
more or less,
94.
95,
96.
96. Yeah, this one's the most recent one.
And who are the characters in each of these?
The cameos that they usually have emblazoned on the cover: Lobo, Batman, Mr. Miracle.
Is Batman really a cameo? Isn't he friends with Superman? Like,
He
isn't that
is.
just normal?
Yes.
Batman would show up in a Superman book?
No, not in a Superman book, especially not during any of the times that are featured here.
Yeah.
Batman hangs out with one person with long hair, and that's Nightwing.
That's right.
He's like, I'd limit it to that. You have long hair as a mullet.
Yeah.
Superman, you're off my list.
A lot for me to deal with.
It is.
I'm going to take Lobo.
There you go. Take it. Man of Steel, number 30.
Because it's close to me.
There you have it. By the way,
Hey.
we
No
should
reason
point
to
out
donate.
how exciting this book is.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
so.
look at how lame that cover looks.
Because it was actually in a poly bag that we opened up. That's right, we opened it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
You did.
And it has all these stickers inside, so you can make your own Superman v Lobo cover.
That's right.
So sweet.
Like, what a great gimmick. I love it because, like, who asked for this? Like, what a weird milestone. Man of Steel is at 30 issues. How about we treat this like a children's sticker book?
Yeah, this
you can-
very inappropriate story about this horrible character who doesn't swear only because the words he's using
Are
aren't
merged.
Look at all this real estate, though. You
Yeah.
make so much.
Yeah.
I would choose to have Superman beat Lobo with his own arm.
There you have
Since
it.
you have detached limbs on
That's
that.
Yeah,
right.
you do.
Yeah.
And Lobo
great
could
idea.
remove a limb and still grow it back.
Yeah.
So jump into it. Who did?
And give Superman like 4 legs. Yeah. We're all kicking him.
Oh my God. Well, you could portray motion that way.
Yeah.
You can only have Lobo on the right side of the page, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's always facing to the left.
Yeah, unless he's being
Weird.
attacked from behind, but that'd be impossible.
Maybe Superman's
'cause-
pulling his hair.
Oh.
Yeah, but Superman can't be in behind him.
No.
That's right.
It's pretty limiting, actually.
Yeah, it's very limiting.
I thought these were 2 candles for a second. And then I realized that they were
Characters,
characters
in this
in the book.
freaking book.
I'm
They
like,
might as well be candles.
I'm
for
like,
how much
oh,
they-
and then you could have them having a nice time together.
Yeah.
All right, so
Making up.
this story was written by Louise Simonson, drawn by John Bogdanov.
Sure.
Sure, I don't know. All right, so this is called Resurrection. You've got these weird characters in space from the planet Thanatopsia.
Thank you for saying it.
There you go.
Yay!
They look like crayons.
They're
Yeah.
candle guys.
Or
Those
candles.
are the candle
Yeah,
men.
they
Yeah.
get stickers.
They're wearing cloaks, and apparently Lobo flew through a planet of theirs and destroyed it. Not because he was trying to destroy it, but because it was in his way on his way to Earth.
That's who he is. He just,
Low.
he just
Well,
causes
Lobo.
mayhem.
So they are following Lobo to get their revenge on him. And Lobo is yelling at Superman, being like, I heard you came back to life. Didn't you know that only the main man can do that? So, like, get your butt out here.
Yeah.
Aren't you like a fourth wall breaking character? Don't you know that people come back to life all the time in your universe?
Eh,
Yeah, but only the main man.
depending on who's writing him, sure.
Yeah, but they're not always like literally resurrected. Like Superman didn't just like not actually die.
Right.
He
Right.
did, and he came. But
But
I guess he didn't.
doesn't
die.
Lobo know about Kryptonians? Shouldn't he know about the Kryptonian sleeping coma that he was in? And that it
Right.
was less of a resurrection and more of just a healing state he
If
needed
he
to
was
go
should.
smart, yes.
But
Yeah,
he's
he's
not.
an idiot, so I guess maybe he didn't know that.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Or-
Like, he's kind of intelligent, but only in the ways that, like, fixing his hog.
he skipped that chapter in Zarnian High School.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is the plot of the book. This is literally.
That's it.
He's
Yeah.
mad
Yeah.
because someone else came back
And
to life.
every time, I remember.
And it's a contest. So, like, well, if he came back to life, I have to fight him because we still haven't determined who's the best.
Right.
Who's the
Yeah.
baddest bad.
That's right. Who's the baddest person who's capable of conquering death?
Yeah.
Right.
This is what I remember Lobo to be. Like, and I don't even know if Lobo's like genuinely angry. I think he's just like a pain in the ass who goes places and like he's like, I know that when I enter into situations with other people, I have to have like a reason for it, so I just give any reason. And the real reason is because I need to be in a superhero fight with Superman. Like he wanted an excuse to punch Superman and just have like a friendly brawl.
Yep.
If
And
he
so
had
he's just making up the
cronies,
reason.
It would make more sense.
Right, we're
like
the
people
cronies.
to impress him.
We're the cronies. He's talking to us.
That is
Like
true.
we're like, yeah, Lobo, let's show that bemulleted loser.
Yeah, the Boy Scout.
Boy Scout.
The Boy Scout whose book I'm buying.
Maybe what it is Lobo doesn't know how to express his feelings, and he's actually
that is clearly true.
worried
Yeah.
about Superman. He's happy that he's back.
We know that's
Right.
So
true.
glad
And
you're
he-
back.
and
I'm
he-
gonna punch you
He
with my
doesn't know how to
feelings.
say that, so he's just like, well, I'm just gonna.
All the times I punch you. Yeah, because I can't kiss you.
I thought you were going in a different direction. I thought you were going like he's insecure because like coming back to life is all I have. And now
I do.
Superman is doing that, so now I'm like irrelevant.
What,
Yeah.
what am I, the
No,
guy
no.
on the space motorcycle?
Yes.
And then it gets
That's
it's
so
broken.
lame.
Yeah.
Resurrection is why people like me.
But that's the thing is that Lobo like is super tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
is
is
that.
kind of like Superman in that way.
Right.
I guess.
But he's also like lazy and
resilient.
terrible.
But he's
like
got he's got a chain.
he does have the chain, and he,
He likes
references that
drinking
too.
brews.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't get
yeah.
to see that on camera, but trust me, he does drink brewskis. He
does-
offers them.
He references it.
He does.
Yeah, and Superman's so straight edge that they're like oil and water.
Yeah.
Let's just
Don't
mix them up and see what happens.
Yeah.
So Mr. Stern is visiting the Daily
Planet?
Planet
Yeah.
offices. He's a publisher.
Yep.
Their publisher, I
Why
guess.
not?
Does
Yeah.
he like own it?
At this
Is that
point,
what's
I don't know.
happening in Superman's world now?
That-
I
was
wasn't
weird.
reading Superman anymore by this point. After it switched over from John Henry Irons back to Clark, I'm like,
That's
I'm out.
enough.
That's enough.
So
Literally dropped the book.
So Mr. Stern is there, and he's just congratulating some people on their work. Not Lois and Clark, by the way.
No, new people.
New people. Troop's there. Troop and Jimmy Olsen had a story, and he's congratulating them.
Yeah.
And Perry is like, what about these two? These are my star reporters.
Right. He's like, sure.
Don't you want to shake hands with them? And Stern's like, yeah, whatever, I guess. Sure. And then, like, in the middle of the sentence, Clark just
Bails.
runs away because he hears Lobo calling him out.
Right.
And Perry even mentions, like, oh, don't worry, whenever he runs off like that, he always comes back with a crackerjack story.
He does.
Yeah, well, because the guy's like, hey!
Hey!
Like, he actually reacts
Yeah.
to Clark bailing on
Well,
the
like-
conversation like a person would. Like, what is this guy doing?
Well, he was like,
What?
I deliberately snubbed you. I was forced to acknowledge you, and then you snubbed me.
Yeah, what the
No.
hell?
No, I'm the big guy. I snub.
You look terrible in that
I
ponytail.
was talking to you.
Yeah,
And you
and
just
I gotta
left
go.
in the middle of the conversation.
That's
you can't
right.
do that.
I did. I already did.
So
Yeah. So Perry runs interference. He's
That's
like,
right.
no, it's okay.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's
it's
solid.
fine. It's fine. I'm
Yeah,
sure it's
he's-
going to be great.
It's a real important story. It must be. It always is.
Yeah. Lobo showed up and acted like an asshole. Page 7.
Also, like, you're not going to get a story from this.
What?
They're not stickers. They're vinyl clings. You can take
Oh,
them
they
off
are
and put them back
removable.
on.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, perfect.
All
So we
right.
can do this.
We should make a
Yeah.
we should make
I
a
was like,
cover.
ooh.
You're going to see that at the end.
Definitely do that.
So Lobo causes some devastation. Superman has to save, fly in and save the day. He knocked a gargoyle off of the building, and Superman catches it.
Right.
Lobo hooks him by the neck with his hook and chain.
Yes. Best part of the book coming up right now.
Yes.
So excited.
He flings Superman into the Lex Tower, or the Lex building,
Sure.
LexCorp.
It's
Yeah,
Lex's building.
LexCorp.
Yeah.
LexCorp, yeah.
with his hook and chain, shakes the building, and we can see young clone Lex 2 combing his hair and being like, what was that shaking? But never mind that, I'm still losing my hair. I cloned the perfect body. Why am I going bald?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lex always goes bald, no matter what.
I love that, like, and we've dropped the facade, like, the whole, like, for an inexcusably long period of time. Lex Luthor II's like, G'day, I'm not bad. I'm Lex Luthor's illegitimate Australian son. And then it's like, damn it.
All right, fine.
Okay, it's all bullshit, but, like, I did this so I wouldn't be bald anymore, and I've got, like, all this hair, and it's falling out.
Yeah, maybe you're, maybe you're combing it too much, man.
I mean, yeah, he could be just paying too much attention to it. He was using too much product. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
He's
Look
also
at that
using a
mane.
thick
Insane.
Yeah.
tackles Lobo. They fall into a fountain.
their gigantic manes of hair just fall over
Cover
their
their
faces.
faces.
Yep.
Lex Luthor jumps in.
I
All right.
I
They
like
flip
this
their hair
fountain
back.
because it's questionably deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
they
this is
just-
like one of those giant pool fountains.
Oh.
know.
Except then you see them standing up, and it's like only shin deep.
But they
It's
could be
like-
flying. You don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Lobo can't fly.
Shut up.
He's just tall.
Maybe it angles up as
Oh,
you get
yeah.
further
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
Yeah, there's a shallow
Yeah,
end.
fountains
really deep in the
usually do
center.
that.
Yeah, they have a deep
Yeah.
end and a shallow end.
Yeah, there's a big swell. That way the water pools back to the center where the pump is.
That's why they collect more money.
Yeah. Superman manages to like talk to him for a quick second and like calm him down, just being like, look, yeah, I came back to life, but like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, chill out, man.
We can be
But I
friends.
technically didn't die.
Yeah.
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 I wasn't dead, so
you
like
came
I
all this way
didn't
for
really
nothing.
resurrect. So like you have nothing to be that upset about. You still came back to life. I just almost died.
Yeah.
That's the conversation they should have had, but instead Superman never finds out
No.
that that's why he's there.
Yeah, but he's like, look, you want a rematch? You can just talk to me. You don't have to like endanger people about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And
You don't have
Lobo,
to be a dick about it.
Lobo literally just like kicks him into I think the Paul Revere statue.
It's
It's a dude on a horse.
a dude on a horse. It's not a real city, so it could be anything.
Yeah.
Some dude on a horse.
Yeah.
A revolutionary statue.
Maybe.
And yeah, Lobo was just an asshole. But he brings the aliens to Earth, and they're starting to like see the fight, and they're just like, oh well, look, Superman's here. Well, it doesn't stop us. We're still going to attack them. And as Lobo and Superman scream at each other,
Yep.
trying to have like just a attitude match, the aliens blast a disintegration ray at the Earth.
The Independence Day, though.
So much so that it's weird. The fountain is affected, but it's also not affected.
Well,
There's still water, but-
Yeah, it's weird. Like it vaporizes the Earth around them,
Like
but,
in a crater.
Yeah.
but they're in a crater, but there's still water in it.
Well,
Well,
'cause there's
that's
like
how
a-
deep the fountain really was at
Yeah.
the center
Oh
of
yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, the pipe is
Well,
spewing water
right.
up.
The
Right.
fountain isn't affected. The fountain's over here, and it's
Oh.
still there.
Oh yeah.
The crater's here.
Okay, so it's just a crater
Maybe it's
that
just
has
a
water
pipe
in
that
it.
was feeding the fountain.
Yeah,
There you
it
go.
just,
Irrigation.
they're just down to the water table.
Right.
Lobo peed.
It's a lot of pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Darn
really
it.
scared.
It's gonna be a lot.
It's a lot of brewskis he drank.
That's true.
Right. But it shows how strong they are because they're just
They
standing.
just stand there. They're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
They
and they'll-
stand there and they
everything
take it.
around them is vaporized.
And Lobo even says like that was a level 12 disintegration ray. I know because I've been hit with them before.
yeah,
thanks.
it felt like a level 12, maybe a level 12 and a half.
Yeah. Good barometer for that. Thanks, Lobes.
I feel like he's just making shit up.
I think he
wants
should
to
be.
sound cool
Yeah.
as Superman. Oh, that was a level 12
disintegration
screw.
ray.
I can survive those. I guess you can too.
Really, it only made a crater about you deep in it. Is a level 12 like the baby scale?
Is it like out of
disintegration
50?
rays?
Yeah.
It's out of 5,000.
But he discovers that there is some loss in this scene.
Yeah, no, they wreck his bike. They don't disintegrate it.
No.
You think they do.
Right.
You think they do. He says they trashed my bike.
They trashed it.
They
You don't,
scragged
you
it.
don't see it. It's scragged. I don't know what
The-
scrag means. Does that mean disintegrated?
The,
What does
the
that mean?
It means
bastages.
messed. Yeah.
The bastages scragged my bike.
That's right. That's right.
And Superman's like, I can see the alien ship with my telescopic
yeah.
vision.
He's describing his powers like
Like we've never
to
heard
an
of
obnoxious degree in this book.
And this is the point where apparently Superman is realizing he resurrected more powerful than he was.
Yes.
Like Samson with longer hair, the stronger he gets.
Well, because if originally he was weaker, right?
Right.
When he first wakes up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then he just gradually is getting stronger, and now he's to the point. I guess he's even stronger than he ever
Is this,
was.
Right.
is this leading up to Electric Blue?
I think it was. Yeah. I think we're heading in that direction.
Okay.
So, in order to solve two problems at once, he punches Lobo into space through the alien ship,
Yep.
and then flies up to catch them.
Yeah. Makes sense. He's like, let me take this fight
Out.
away from the Earth.
Yeah.
Yes, do that.
Yeah, please.
Well, you
Superman
should've-
does.
You could punch Lobo into space. Why wasn't that the first thing you did?
Right.
Because normally doing so would hurt and be hard. He actually comments on the fact that like that didn't even hurt his knuckles.
Yeah. Like, oh, I didn't even know I could do that.
That was easy.
Wow, I'm amazing.
Yeah. I'm even better than I thought I was.
Yeah, that was pretty
Let me
sweet.
just stroke my own ego and my dick for a little while. So the Candle Planets, the Candle Planet,
Candle
the
aliens.
Candle
Candle
aliens,
aliens, yeah.
the Candalians,
Thank you.
Yes.
Good name.
come out of the ship where Lobo blasted through a hole. He caught himself with his hook and chain to stop himself from
Gotta
going
use that
off into
chain.
space.
Trust your hook and
Otherwise, he would have been flying through the atmosphere
He would
for
have
the next
gone
century.
through space forever.
Yeah.
A straight line.
Well, anyone would have just gotten out of his way. They're like, "Is that Lobo?" Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not helping him.
No.
And what crawls out of the hole after the Candalians is a bunch of aliens that apparently Lobo has killed.
Yeah.
Lobo's having an existential crisis.
It's all the
Oh my
skeletons
God!
in
This
his
is all I
closet.
have.
Now they're back too. What happened?
It's everyone he kills.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just gonna kill someone,
Calm down.
and they'll just stay dead.
Please, Superman, come here.
I just have to kill somebody. If he'd gone to Earth, it would have been easy. Superman actually flies out into space. He gets hit with another disintegration ray. He comments that he took a full breath before going into space,
Yes.
and he was not prepared for the blast, and it knocked the air out of his lungs. He's like, "Oh no, I'm not going to survive." But then he's like, "But I'm okay." So that full breath actually oxygenated all of my blood. I can even be in space longer.
Yeah, I don't
Everything you
need
knew
to
about
breathe.
me is better.
Yep.
Would that work?
So I mean,
No.
if you take a breath
Yeah.
and then like exhale it, like how long before you need to breathe again?
He's Superman, so he holds his breath, but that breath is supposed to keep oxygenating his blood.
I know all that. I just
Yeah.
meant the concept of like, I fully oxygenated all of my blood, and I'm fine for the
mean-
next. How long will this fight take?
Yeah, like eventually you will need to breathe again. I don't know if the idea is like he never needs to breathe again as of this moment, or if he
Right.
never needed to breathe.
I think he definitely needed to breathe, but now that his powers have augmented, he does not need to breathe in space anymore.
Right, but that's like, okay, but you said that your blood got oxygenated as
Which
if
you
like
need
That's
your
that. what you
body
need to do.
consumes
Yeah.
oxygen just like ours does
Yeah.
and needs a continual
So
supply
you do
of
need
it.
to breathe.
Yeah, but now there's the trope of like, well, I don't have to go into space and have a problem. I can
Yeah.
just
Right.
survive.
So
out
what
there.
is your body like recycling the oxygen? I don't understand.
Seemingly, yeah. I think that's the
I thought he wouldn't need to. I thought he didn't work like us, and
Yeah.
there was no oxygenation of his blood because that's not how he works.
But if you watch the Superman animated series, you know that when Superman went to space, he had a little spacesuit he wore.
because he needs to breathe.
right, right.
It's not just photosynthesis.
But now not.
Yeah,
Well,
now
that's
not.
the other thing though. Like you could say, oh well, maybe he gets his energy from the sun, so he doesn't
Right.
need.
Oh, he's part plant.
He doesn't need to eat either.
Right.
So yeah,
He just does that to make other people feel good.
that's right.
Yeah. So I
Especially
have no
Ma
idea
Kent.
what's going
Right.
on with this.
Superman's flying through the disintegration ray. He uses his heat vision to blow up part of the ship, and then flings the ship into space.
Farther into space.
away.
Deeper into space.
He's getting it away from Earth.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not like tossing it so far away
Into the
that-
sun.
Yeah,
or-
like
No.
he can't catch up. In fact, he flings it and then is amazed that he can actually fly and catch up to it too.
Because he doesn't need to breathe, you see.
Exactly.
Right. Yep.
Like, wow, I'm just.
powers.
I'm just-
Superman has many powers.
I think I'm like really OP right now.
It feels a little opaque.
I should go to Apocalypse.
Right? I got something
Right?
to say to Darkseid. Because he's kind of irrelevant at this point, so.
Now's the chance.
Yeah.
Lobo has been like just like murdering all of the aliens
Yeah.
that he killed and were brought back to life. One of them looks like a weird Bane guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very popular back then.
I assume he's a. Are these known Lobo characters, or are these just random characters?
I
that they're
assume that they
now
just look like
declaring-
characters that Lobo would have interacted with, but they
Right.
could also be throwbacks to like previous Lobo series of
Sure.
characters that he killed.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The crazy thing in this scene is that Superman then like bonks a guy on the head hard enough that his head collapses into his chest cavity.
Yep.
And then he punches him in the stomach hard enough where his head rockets back out
flies out,
and
yeah.
flies off of him.
Yes.
And I'm like, Superman just murdered
But you can
Yeah.
see that like it has like a
yeah.
plug. Like you can see he's a rock and sock'em guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's still a person, I would
Well,
assume.
is it?
It's not.
And that's when we find out that they're robots. After,
It's okay to kill them. They're robots.
Wait,
They only
they're
believe
bleeding.
they're
and they're
alive.
screaming. You told me that they were robots.
It's a figure of speech. They're bureaucrats. I don't respect them.
So Lobo is impressed. He's like, dude, you're straight up murdering
wow,
these
you're
people.
killing people.
Let's do it. Let's team up and kill them all. And then
Yeah.
he's like, wait, this
They're
isn't
robots.
this isn't a spinal cord. This is robotic technology.
Yeah.
Did you know they were robots the whole time, Superman?
Oh no. I don't want to let him know that I have X-ray vision.
Who fucking cares?
Why?
Yeah.
You told the Daily Planet you were weak to lead.
I think he
idiot.
I think he just wants Lobo to think that he was killing
As
people.
badass, so that he
Yeah.
would leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that they can grab brewskis
Oh,
together.
did I know they were robots? Or did I think I was
Maybe I'm a
killing
badass. Maybe I came back and I'm a murdering
Maybe I'm
lunatic
gonna
like
kill
you.
you.
people? Yeah. Yeah.
So fuck off.
So as Lobo looks at one of the skulls of the people, the robots that he decapitated, he sees a symbol in it, and he's like, wait, I know this. These things were zombots. The Kandalians brought them back to life, anyone who he killed, as robots.
Right. Because they wanted revenge on Lobo, so it's like they wanted their vengeance to be ironic.
But like they wanted revenge on Lobo, and they had them as they were chasing the planet.
Well, I guess
as
they
were
probably
chasing
developed
him to
them.
Earth.
I don't think they did want revenge on Lobo. I think that, or they do, but I don't think that's why they made the Zombots. Because they mentioned that they're gonna like preserve Superman as well when they're trying to disintegrate him. So I
Right.
think that's just a thing that
That's what they do. Yeah, it was coincidental.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like it's like a spiritual thing for them, I think, to like kill people and then turn them into robots.
Like, would preserve you as
or
robots.
find dead people and make them into robots.
Oh, okay.
Something, that's what I was
Very
getting from this,
weird.
some sort of weird religious thing.
That makes sense.
Because they talked about it's sacrilege, that
Yes.
Lobo destroyed that planet. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you're some kind of weird zealots.
Right,
I
right,
guess.
I assumed it was their planet,
No. I
and
don't-
it's just a planet. Maybe it was all right.
Yeah, I think it's just a planet they revered for some reason.
Yeah.
They revere all life.
I
Right.
guess.
Except
so that they
Lobo.
can,
Except for
so
Lobo.
that they can
Anything.
zombot it.
Yeah.
Anything they want to, Zombot.
Yeah.
So now they're bros.
Yeah.
Lobo's laughing and
Low
entirely-
bros.
Damn it, that was good. And Lobo's like, hey, you're good. We don't have to fight anymore, but one
Right.
day I'll probably come back and I'll, beat you up.
Yeah.
Okay, Lobo.
Anyway, let's go out and get drunk.
Right.
And
Get some
Superman's like,
brewskis.
I gotta get back to Earth.
Yeah.
And Lobo's like, yeah, I guess that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna fix up my space bike with a very human-looking wrench.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't vaporized, it was just
In
teleported
pieces.
or something.
No, it wasn't teleported. He whistles and it flies
And
up
like,
into
and like
space.
just part of it comes back.
Oh,
And
that's
so he's gonna
right.
like repair it with all the Zombot parts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
He's like, there's enough around
Just gonna
here.
fix it up, make it even. It's gonna be even better. Than
Yeah,
before.
it's gonna have dead body parts on it.
Right.
Or robot parts.
right. Sure.
There's an ad for a Lobo book in this book.
Yeah,
It
Lobo
shows you how
Cop.
stupid Lobo is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a parody.
Oh,
but-
look, he's RoboCop.
Get
it's
it?
like RoboCop, but it's Lobo.
Yep. That's as far as we went. Well, Tiffany, I guess you should do the follow-up since you were a big fan of Tom King's Mr. Miracle series. So
I knew I was gonna get this one.
why not talk about
Yay.
Mr.
I knew I
Miracle?
was, I was like, I'm not getting Batman. I'm getting this one.
You're getting Miracle, Mr.
Yeah.
Miracle.
So this is Superman: The Man of Steel, issue number 43, written by Louis Simonson with art by the same guy from before.
Yep. John Bogdanov.
Yep. This is, I think this is coming off of like something else.
Yes.
Like we missed.
We're in the middle.
We missed something.
Yes, and Stanley did not work for DC, so their philosophy is
there's-
not that someone's
Yeah.
comic is their first comic.
Exactly.
So there's no context.
Well,
What the hell
you
is
better
going
have
on?
been
You
reading
buy
this.
the previous
Exactly.
book.
Yep.
We're trying to
Yeah.
sell comics here, people. We're not a fucking library.
I'm not
Yeah.
catching you up. You catch yourself up.
Yeah,
Do
so
the
you-
homework.
Image is burying us, for God's sake. Please buy this.
You got to figure out what's happening, and essentially the main story here is going to be taking place in Hawaii, which you're
Yep.
thinking, who's in
Boy.
Hawaii? Superboy.
Yeah.
He's not in this book.
What?
Nope, we are going to
Thankfully,
reference him.
the book also says, like, how come Superboy wasn't in this book?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, we already got Mr. Miracle in here.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't need Superboy.
Gets a little crowded.
He was
we don't
surfing.
need him.
Yeah.
There is a dude who his name's Draper.
Sure.
Yeah, like
I
Don
think
Draper.
it's Carl Draper and his daughter Carla Draper.
Ah, what a clever man.
Which I swear to God, at one point
They just wrote
screwed
Carl.
up.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
Screw
really
up,
did.
Like who they're talking about there.
And also, like, that's not his daughter.
Well, no.
It can't be because she keeps calling him Draper.
Yeah.
Not
well,
Dad.
Maybe they don't have a good
They have a
relationship.
weird, yeah, they have a weird relationship.
Yeah, but why would she
Doesn't
call
call
him
him
her
Carl?
last name?
Well,
I've repeatedly asked you to call me Dad.
Draper. Yeah, I don't need to do that. No.
No. You were a bastard.
Yeah.
I will work for you,
I
though.
guess. Based
I
on.
will work for you.
But like,
Yeah.
if your last name is my last name, I'm not calling you by
My last
our
name.
last name.
Well, maybe he knows. Maybe she knows it pisses him off.
right.
She's
Well,
like, I'll just do that.
I was pretty
fair.
sure that like she was his love interest, and then they just like changed the word daughter in the beginning. I'm like, Oops.
No. I assume she has some interest in Superboy.
Yes.
I just assume that.
Well,
yeah,
everyone
probably
does.
she's from a
cute.
Superboy book or
Yeah.
something. It's
Right.
a crossover maybe.
It's in Hawaii, so yeah, anyone in Hawaii would be in a Superboy book.
This dude's whole thing is he like makes prisons or designs
The security
gizmos
aspect
and other
of
such
prisons.
things.
Yeah.
I say gizmos because of the thing he utilizes at the end, which I'm
Right.
like, really?
Yeah, he claims to be in security, but
Yeah, but like honestly, it's seemingly for
Some sort of tech
superpowered
thing.
individuals,
Yeah.
and like there's been some issues, but don't worry, he's got this under control, and they're gonna like unveil something that's gonna be dope. So what he's done is he's flown out a whole bunch of reporters to come to a press conference, including people from the Daily Planet, not Clark, not Lois,
yeah.
not Perry.
Have you ever thought of going to like a trade show for security?
Nah.
Instead of like inviting reporters?
To your
I'm
location?
gonna fly people out.
Okay, that seems like a
It's
lot.
very expensive.
To my
Money
I watched
spent.
a lot of James Bond movies,
Look,
and this is how you do.
Right.
If I have a giant thing, I'm not hauling that with me. It's under a volcano.
Just take pictures of it. I don't know.
Jimmy Olsen goes.
Make a model.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because like Lois didn't want to do this. Lois didn't want to go to Hawaii.
She didn't want a free trip to Hawaii
She
for
didn't want
some
to,
reason.
but she thought the piece would be stupid, so she didn't want to write it.
Yeah, she's
It's a
right.
good call.
And Jimmy's like, well, it didn't say anyone's name on it, so Jimmy
Yoink!
Olsen will go
Hawaii!
to
Got it.
Hawaii.
Superman's not gonna fly me to Hawaii.
As
Yeah.
everyone should say yes to.
Yeah.
Right. So
Someone
you got-
offers you to
you
go to
got this
Hawaii.
like setup of like it's like some guy working on like whatever.
Yes.
Jimmy Olsen shows up, and then it's like while this is all happening, there's like an epic battle going on above a volcano.
Right.
Where Mr. Miracle is like thinking to himself like, damn, Superman hasn't come back up from the volcano. Should I do something?
Yeah, maybe.
Should I help?
The answer is no. If Superman can't handle it, you're not going to be able to handle
Essentially,
it.
hey, he might. Essentially, our entire like summarization here is like him thinking about how like Superman deliberately allowed himself to crash into the crater, and like he was hoping that it would like he must have been like captured of some way, and like
Yeah.
hopefully that would like free him or whatever. And seemingly it has. But there's this dude who introduces himself to us in this page in a big splashy way, where he's like shooting Superman with Kirby Crackle.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you know, you're gonna be on live TV. It's gonna be bigger than the Super Bowl, and like you'll never escape alive from Death Trap.
I can't believe his name's Death Trap, but they all are
Death
named
Trap.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
So
This
what?
is his big reveal that I am
Yeah.
Death Trap.
yeah, cool. And you're like, so that guy's Death Trap.
Right. So Draper is Death Trap.
Okay, cool.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
Immediately.
Sure. So he has smart technology. It's not your phone.
No, not that smart.
That is installed in these little drones that he has flying around Superman. They're attacking him, and they have fought superpowered beings before, so they've already learned how to fight certain superpowered beings. So they already got an edge. But every time Superman defeats one of them, they get a little better.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in The Incredibles.
Like in the
I
Incredibles.
guess I
It's
just
the
have to-
Incredibles.
Defeat them in different ways.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just have to think of new ways, I guess.
Right, and so he does. He comes up with a couple of different ways in which to defeat them using his, heat vision.
There's a convenient mirror. He does a bank shot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, obviously,
I don't
Death
know why
Trap
there's a
likes
mirror
looking at
down here.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, look at my cape.
It's-
It's huge.
No, part of the death trap is just a maze of mirrors. You don't know where you are.
Oh, we only got one in so far.
Yeah, but-
the others, they're coming.
There's
Yeah,
going to be
there
more.
will be
Sure, the
more.
mirrors are
It's gonna
coming
be great.
tomorrow.
Yeah, try to imagine
Well,
it's
they
covered
are.
in mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure they are.
So Superman ends up getting away, and Mr. Miracle is like, cool! You made it out!
Oh, good, I didn't have to help.
Oh, thank God. And as Superman is like flying outwards, like all of a sudden all these like things come up
That's all you can describe him as his thing.
out of the ground.
Ribbons?
Out
The
of,
ribbons.
Yeah, I suppose they're ribbons, but they must be stronger than ribbons because they grab Superman and start pulling him down. And I admittedly, that is a cool image of Superman in an iconic pose
Yeah.
being dragged down.
It is cool.
Mr. Miracle tries to like help him, but immediately this smart tech recognizes that Mr. Miracle has a mother box and like slaps it off of him
Yep.
and into
Yep.
the ocean.
Yep.
And like
Super ribbons.
Scott's like, oh,
Scott's like, okay, damn, I really needed that.
yeah.
That's like 90%
like-
of what I
It's
do.
like a really big part of what I do.
It
Yeah.
tells me how to do things. It does things for me.
Well, yeah, and I mean, the fact is, it's like, without it, he'd still be able to activate his devices, but he needs it to activate his devices if he can't use his hands.
Right.
Yes.
So he's like, damn.
Yeah.
But he's
That's
like, don't
my
worry,
Siri or my-
it will return to me, it'll teleport back.
Right.
Right.
Unless, of course, these ribbons are preventing its signal to find me.
Which it does.
Which they
They
are.
are.
And so they just get wrapped up and pulled down and back into the volcano.
They get turned into mummies.
Yeah,
they're
one
cocooned.
big mummy.
One big mummy, yeah.
Listen. I made the ball for Superman.
Yeah.
Right.
You showed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle was not invited.
You're just part of this.
The ribbons didn't learn.
No, they're like, whatever. I don't care. They get put in like a ball, essentially, and then we cut to Barda.
They get put into a ball, which then gets put into another ball. It's
like a ball.
friggin'
That's
awesome.
a death trap if I've ever heard one.
They're like a
They'll never be able to get out of 2 balls.
they're like an everlasting
They are
gobstopper.
Yeah.
multiple balls deep in
So then we cut to Barda.
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and she's suiting up in a like sexy kind of way.
Yeah.
But it's Barda, so like there is something like sexy about her, but also like she'll rip your head off your shoulders.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, don't
it's-
ogle her too much or
very
she'll kick your ass.
intimidating.
But
Yeah.
also, like,
Like appreciate her.
But from afar.
from-
the armor, like, slips on as if it were leggings.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
tights.
Well,
Yeah.
it's apocalyptian.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably like underneath it's like tights, but on the outside it's like heavy and
Yeah.
strong. Yeah.
And basically, she's like, okay, so Scott got sucked into a boom tube suddenly, and I don't know where he went, but I'm going to find out.
Yep.
So then Mother Box pings her, and she discovers that he's on Earth, and she's like, okay, I guess I'll go to Earth. And you're like,
I guess I'm in the book now.
I'm in
Right.
the book. Listen, if you have Mr. Miracle in the book, more than likely Barda's going to
You should
gonna
put
show
Barda
up,
in it.
yeah.
You
There's
should
no
put
reason not
Barda
to.
in it because, like, she's the muscle.
Yeah.
Of
right.
their relationship,
Yep.
she's the muscle.
Big
Yeah.
time.
So whilst Barda will be making her boom tube trip to Earth, the press conference is going forward with Draper security technology, and he says like, this is super cool, everybody. Thanks for being here in Hawaii on this beautiful day in front of my volcano. Check it out. Anyway, I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. Oh no, Death Trap's here.
Yeah, that's right. I need your gold. Like, just a stupid Bond villain.
Yep.
Yeah. And essentially he's just like, aha, I stole Draper's super awesome technology and caught Superman and Mr. Miracle. So like,
Question: Who is Mr. Miracle?
well, he's from Apocalypse.
Follow-up question: What is Apocalypse?
It's a planet deep in space that it's bad. It's evil.
It's an
Follow-up
evil planet,
question.
it's a
So it's a bad guy?
Are you Mr. Draper?
Well, no, he would no.
Yeah, you know what? I will withdraw my question. I'm going with him.
Shut up.
Hi, I'm Death Trap, and I'm here to tell you that Mr. Draper's amazing technology has been able to capture Superman, and he'll never get out of it. You should all buy Draper technology.
Isn't that kind of coincidental for Draper? It's almost like a demonstration
This
of
is
how
not-
great his tech is.
No.
Nope. Also, Draper, I happen to have on good authority, has a huge penis.
I bet he does. I bet he does.
You don't need to bet. I know it.
All right. Well, thanks for showing up.
No problem. Oh wait. Wait. No, I have a full thing.
Yeah. Wait. What am I doing here?
Oh yeah,
Hang on,
Superman.
hang on, where are my cards?
Draper drops them.
Right, and essentially he's just like, well, they won't escape, and I'll have killed them, and that's awesome. And then Draper's like, what?
Oh.
Oh my gosh! The press is eating all like this up.
Oh,
yeah.
His daughter is like, wow. So he's using a hologram to pretend like it's not him,
Yeah.
and he's also going to sell his tech. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, gotta give it to the old man.
Meanwhile, literally, while people are taking photos and like paying attention to this, he has this moment where like he's like, yes, and he like turns his
Activating stuff. Mr. Draper, what exactly are you doing right now at this moment?
Nothing.
It doesn't.
It must have made an audible click. He's in front of all the mics.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
I preheated my oven
Yeah.
for dinner later.
oh, that sounds super cool. When will that technology be coming out?
Shut up!
So essentially, Draper's like, we should all go to where my death traps are to see for ourselves if what Death Trap says is true.
What are you talking about? You said Death Trap stole your technology and used it. How do you know where it is?
Well, he must. I think he's just in my facility.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
unclear. Let's just
Yeah.
go.
He just took over my
Everyone get in their
stuff.
cars, okay?
Okay,
this
let's
is part
go.
of the tour.
God,
I'm excited.
I didn't pay for you to come to Hawaii to go to a press
Question me.
conference. Whilst trapped within sphere,
Yes.
within ribbons, Scott has this moment where he's like, okay, so Mother Box ain't come back, and I really need it to use my devices, because it could, like, utilize, like, his own tech to maybe, like, disrupt its whatever, right?
Right.
And he's like, all right, I was trained by an actual escape artist. I guess I should actually use my skills.
Right?
And so he does.
Instead of just having magical technology that'll do it for me.
But he does, and then
yeah.
I'm like, yay for you, Scott. You actually utilize the skills
Right?
that you learned from Mr. Miracle.
He just like tries to move his hand, and he is able to somehow.
Well, no, he says that he's like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to use the techniques of Houdini, which is like to control my breathing and relax myself enough to allow me to start moving around in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he ends up. I assume there's like a time jump here that we don't see. Where
He's
it's like,
fiddling around.
Where he doesn't ask Superman to use his laser vision to just break the chains.
Look,
Maybe they're facing each other.
No, he used his heat vision on the robot.
So they
must know to not.
to be heat proof or whatever.
Yeah, so they can't do that, right?
Cool.
So he gets out and then he like frees Superman and Death Trap's like, haha! No, but this is all part. This isn't the final Death Trap. This isn't the
Making
final
you balls
one.
deep was only part of my plan.
Superman's like, why were you rigging around so much? What were you doing?
I was freeing myself from my bondage, man.
Yeah, sure. Trying to cop a feel? I'm on to you.
Have you seen my wife?
You have a wife?
Yeah, you guys shot a porno together one time.
Superman then uses his strength to like bust them out of the spheres, and they're like, okay, here we go. And then Death Trap had mentioned something about a speed trap, and essentially the speed trap is he's utilizing boom tube technology to put them into like a particle accelerator.
Yeah,
Except
like they
the
go
issue
around
is-
faster and faster. It's a loop.
Yeah. Except as they're going around in it, they realize that, or Mr. Miracle realizes that it's not right. Like something's wrong with the tech. And a boom tube, you'll just go through it flawlessly.
Right.
But this, things are getting like jostled around, and he's like, and inevitably we're gonna keep hitting the sides of this thing. And Superman's like, I can take a couple hits. And Mr. Miracle's like,
I can't. I'm a guy.
Yeah.
and I'm a dude.
Right.
I mean, I do have some technology, like I've got my armor and such, but I'm not Superman.
Right.
Yeah.
There's also debris in here, which will
Yes.
come into
Yeah, there's
play
like
in a
pieces
little
of metal
bit.
flying
We
around.
broke out of the spheres.
Yeah.
That's all running
There's
around
pieces
with us.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, Soups. So on the way to the
Draper's demonstration.
under the volcano, like he's having a moment where he's just like, okay, so Death Trap borrowed my traps, and he caught Superman and Mr. Miracle, and then I'll step in and release them, and simultaneously have saved them, and also prove that my traps are super awesome.
Right.
Right. That they needed me to release them in order to get out because they were inescapable.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like, I'm amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they feel the volcano is vibrating
Erupting or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Yeah.
And essentially they're like, it's not supposed to be, but
No.
hey, let's keep going anyway. Naturally, like all sorts of like.
It's Hawaii. Volcanoes explode all the time. I'm sure
Right.
it's not
Yeah,
this
I'm
one.
sure it's
Now-
not related to what's happening.
No, of course not. Naturally, all the cars will end up being in peril.
Yep.
In the boom tube, Scott is doing everything he can to avoid being hit when he gets hit in the head with some debris, and Superman has to like grab him and hold him and basically take a bunch of hits as they're going through the boom tube. Barda arrives in Hawaii underwater, where for some reason we have this scene in which she finds the mother box and it's wrapped up as well, which
Yep.
is why it didn't return.
Yeah.
Right.
And while she's looking at it, a shark comes up behind her and bites her on the butt.
Well, just to show, how she can take it. How she
Yeah.
can kick
Not
it.
only how she can take it, but like, hey, don't sexualize me.
Okay,
right.
hang on. Not only can she take it, but Barda gets bit in the butt, then stands up in water and punches a shark
Punches
in
the shark
face.
in the
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
She creates the ability to fully stand in water.
Yeah.
Not on the ground. No. Just in the middle.
Suspended. Yeah.
So
Pretty dope.
she punches it out of the water. You see it like
Yes,
flying
flying
up
in the
behind her.
air.
Ah!
It's awesome.
Worth it.
So worth it. Frees Scott's mother box. She's like, "Where is he, boy?" Mother box.
Yip, 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 yip.
Ping,
Yeah,
ping, ping,
yeah.
ping.
Lassie lets
Ping,
them
ping,
know
ping,
that,
ping.
Scott's stuck in the well.
Yeah.
So
The well of lava.
yeah. So his mother box returns to him, and then they're able to use the boom tube to get out, and that's when they find Barda. They lovingly embrace, and Superman's like, "Cool, hey, we."
You guys stop making out for a minute. There's lava and stuff.
Listen, not everybody has their woman with them right now, okay? Maybe it's not time to kiss.
Unless,
sensitive.
three-way?
Not this
No?
time.
Bad timing? All right, I'm going to back.
All right, well, you and my
good.
mullet are going over
No, I was just kidding.
here.
Sure you were.
Good joke. Me.
The boom tube that Death Trap is using has caused the volcano to erupt,
Yep.
causing all of the vehicles that were on its way to there to be now in dire
Peril.
straits. Scott is going to try to figure out how to stop the boom tube since he's the most qualified
Why not?
Because he can't really do much to help the cars.
Nope.
So Barda and Superman spring into action, saving cars, while Jimmy's taking all kinds of photos. I notice he's really focusing on Barda.
Yep.
I would.
Yeah, he's like, wow.
Wow. Click, 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 click.
What a woman!
Well, I see Superman every day.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is.
And that is front page material.
Yeah. But like, Superman's like really trying
Like,
to. pose.
he's
Yeah.
like flexing harder. Jimmy, you got a really good shot out of this one. Click.
Sure, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I could hear. I could see you weren't pointing at me.
Jimmy, your nose is bleeding.
Get back in your anime.
Who's that?
That's big Barda.
Yeah, thank you.
Inevitably, Superman realizes that even if Scott stops the boom tube, it's not going to be enough to stop the volcano, so he's going to have to do a classic Superman thing and fly into the volcano to stop the lava from coming out. He's like, Bart, you got the rest of these cars? He's just like, sure. We don't even see the resolution.
No.
Superman just flies, drills down in.
He describes that he's going to release the pressure on an other side, I guess,
Yeah,
where there's no
He's like-
people.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to destroy this other part of Hawaii.
It's the pasture land, where they grow things.
Yes,
It's fine.
but they won't
Lava.
die right away.
You can use your breath to cool the lava and
It'll
create a new
just-
crust,
it'll
right?
just
Yeah.
like destabilize their economy for
Yeah,
a little
I'll
bit.
just make them dependent on the charity of others.
So,
Can do.
it's fine.
That's,
They have
that's
7 islands.
that's somebody else's
They can work
problem.
with 6 for right now.
Yeah.
Right. During this, by the way, people have questioned where Superboy was, but then when Barda, Superman, and Mr. Miracle show up, they're just kind of like,
No, that's too many characters.
Well, I guess we didn't need him.
well, I mean, but we have these people. Look at
Yeah.
how colorful
Yeah.
they are.
That's true.
Also, he's weak to fire, and lava was the problem, so he
Yeah.
wouldn't really be able to do too
Right?
much anyway.
No.
So then they have like another press conference where like Draper's like, oh, it was all my fault because I made these things. So, I mean, they were effective, but like, yay, thanks to everyone for coming to help. His wife
Womp
is like,
womp.
oh, well, like,
His daughter.
Daughter wife.
yeah, sorry.
Daughter
His
wife.
daughter is like, oh, well, like, he ended up like losing, fine, whatever. But then she's like, where's Superboy? I bet Superboy could have taken him.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
This
Are
isn't-
you a character in a
this isn't the
Superboy book?
Superboy
What is
book.
happening?
Put plug in the Superboy book.
Yeah.
Then we gotta, hey, listen, this isn't how it's always gonna be in this book, so let's
Yeah.
not forget what's
Don't
coming
forget,
up
we're in the
for
middle of the
Superman.
Superman story.
What's coming up for Superman? Well, I guess back in Metropolis?
Yeah, sure.
Because that sure looks like New York, but it's
Yeah,
clearly
well.
Metropolis.
I don't know what you're talking about, Times Square.
Outside on one of the big billboards, it says, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, who knows? What do they know?
The
When
shadow!
do they know it?
The
The
shadow
villain knows
knows.
Superman's identity. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's pretty fun.
Oh.
That's pretty fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was going to say, does he say Great Caesar's ghost? No, he says
No, he
Great,
says Great
Shades
Shades
of Elvis.
Which is what he says in the Lois and Clark show.
Okay.
He says Great Caesar's Ghost in everything else but the show. He says Great Shades of
Okay.
Elvis. So they try to do some
Yeah.
synergy there. So in Superman Action Comics number 719, which is of course written by David Michelinie with art by Kieran Dwyer and Dennis Rodier, Joker has attacked Superman's people. He's attacked Lois. And so Superman needs Batman's expertise. This is weird because like they're friends, but it's post-crisis, so it's kind of weird. Like their friendship is like a little off. It's a little weird. Anyway, the idea is that in a previous story, Joker basically he plays the long game and infects a Joker action figure with like Joker toxin that like over time affects Lois, and so she falls ill.
I like that you call it an action figure because the old lady doctor also calls it an action
Which she
figure.
absolutely would not.
No, it would be
No,
a doll
a
to
doll.
her.
I was actually really
looks
like,
like a doll
I thought it was
figure.
hilarious how like everyone who would in this book call an action figure a doll calls it an action figure because the people who are reading this would never call it a doll
Right.
and would always call it an action figure.
Because I don't play with dolls!
Because I don't play with dolls.
Listen, maybe that lady doctor is a collector. You don't
Right.
know. You don't know what she does in her spare time.
Yeah.
True.
So
She could be a murderer.
She takes it. She's like, I clean this off.
yeah,
This is fine.
he's sick. The doctors can't do anything about it, so he immediately goes to Wayne Manor. He's like, "All right, Batman,
You're smart.
you smart. You deal with Joker. You probably have like antigens for Joker toxin all the time."
And hey, we have a great ad for Batman Contagion.
There's ads for all of the kinds of things. in
Isn't
these
that
books.
wonderful?
Yeah,
I
which
really,
we did.
This book's interesting because like Batman does a lot of things that like check boxes for Batman.
Yes.
And Superman
Superman's
spends
world.
70% of the book screaming, and Alfred brings food.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And Superman smashes it out of his hands because
Yep.
he has no time for
Alfred
Batman's
just leaves.
bullshit.
He's like,
"Oh my god."
I will
Okay.
go get the elephant gun.
Yeah. So
Kryptonite bullets.
there's also something way more interesting that happens in this book that I was like, I'd rather watch this story. This story does get interesting, but I was like, at first I was really not invested.
Are you talking about the armory, or are you talking about like the robbery that Batman sends Superman to stop?
No.
Or are you talking about this dude in Metropolis?
That dude
This
in
random
Metropolis.
page.
Yeah, I think it's the guy from this issue.
I believe it is too.
Yeah, Troop.
True.
Yeah.
Who's like writing a story
Yep.
about
About like politics.
yeah.
And then him like he evokes a quote of Martin Luther King, and then Martin Luther King like appears before
like
him.
the spirit of Martin Luther King walks by him.
Yeah.
And I was like really looking forward to like at some point touching back to this. to
And
see
no.
what I was like,
That's a thing that
Okay.
will come up later.
what's
I
the
guess
point?
that's for a later book.
Yeah.
Planting the seeds. Meanwhile,
I just hope
Meanwhile-
it wasn't something nefarious, like that someone was using like the like.
I think it's more like
I hope it's not. that he
other
has a
characters will
brain
be
tumor.
referenced. I didn't read it,
Okay.
so you know, I don't have any more of these.
Okay.
Batman's like, I think that Joker has henchmen working on another job that will lead us to clues that will solve your problem. Go deal with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be at midnight.
Yeah.
What time is it now? Didn't you say she only had 2 hours?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably like
we wait?
11:47.
it's happening in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So there'll still be enough time to worry.
So Superman goes and he deals with like these guys who are wearing like power augmenting like gauntlets and whatnot.
So it's
not
like a
unlike-
slight challenge.
Yeah, not unlike Superman Batman or Superman's Batman Spawn.
Yeah.
Spawn Batman. But yeah, so like these guys like attack Superman with all kinds of crazy weapons, strength augmenting gauntlets, Cyclops
fists.
Lasers,
faces,
missiles.
and whatnot, and Superman just makes quick work of all of them.
Yeah.
And has no patience for them. I love how like this is kind of Superman on the brink.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't have time for you. It's 2 hours. He's the only one who keeps worrying about how much time he has.
Right.
Because 2 hours is not enough time.
No.
And,
to get all this
That's
done.
crazy.
So while Superman is kicking the shit out of people, they're like, "What are you talking about, Joker?" We're like, "Stop!" And he's like, "What?" Batman,
Don't you know the Flash?
right?
Yeah.
Call Flash.
Yeah.
but
and he also knows, like, works with Star Labs, right? They
Yeah.
could maybe work on it too. Like, get everyone!
yeah, no,
No, just Batman. I'm putting all my hope
Only
on
Batman's
Batman.
on the cover. So Batman
Bring
goes.
Lois up the mascara. Put her in the pools. That'll heal her.
So Batman goes to Arkham and he's like, "All right, Joker, just tell me how to cure Lois." And he's like, "No."
And he's in jail, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Arkham or whatever.
Arkham, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
he's like-
Superman thought that Batman was leading him to the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to find the
because
Joker.
Yeah.
he said, "I'll meet you at the crime scene."
Yeah.
And Batman left.
And Batman's
Yep.
like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to
Okay, I'm just
Joker.
gonna go deal with the Joker. And so, you know, he asks Joker just to give him the antidote, and Joker's like, "No." And Batman's like, "Okay." So
All right.
Batman meets back up with Superman, and he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you sending me on wild goose chases?" And he's like, "Because you're no good to me. Like, you're just freaking out." Like,
Also, I had to get that taken care of, and you were here.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that, but now I have to help you with your lowest problem, so
So-
I need you to do my job.
And you were gonna solve my job in like 30 seconds, or it would take me like an hour.
Yep.
So
And
thank
you
you.
only have how much time now?
Yeah, now we have like an hour and 25 minutes. So Joker does lead Batman and Superman on the case because he says something like, "It's under, like it was right under
right
your
under your
nose the whole
nose.
time."
You're
So-
following your nose.
Yeah. So
Fruit Loops. The answer is Fruit Loops. We have to buy all the cereal.
So they go, they deal with a doctor who helped him like facilitate this drug, and they find him he's dead, and he was killed by the Joker.
His name sounds like the thing.
Yeah, this is where
In the
Batman
top of your
does his
lip.
Batman thing
Yes.
that he would normally do with the Riddler.
Right, but
Yeah.
Joker was an easier target for this like story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing under your nose is the
Philtrum.
Philtrum.
And there's a Dr. Phil Trum,
yeah, Phildrum.
yes, which sounds like that.
Yeah.
Which is a homonym.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. So they go deal with him, and then they're like, "All right." And Superman's like, "Okay, let's just go back to Joker and deal with him, and I'll come with you, and don't ditch me anymore."
Yeah.
And Batman's like, "All right."
Well, because Joker just killed this guy and then
Yeah.
left a note. It's like, it's not here. This guy won't help you. What do
Yeah.
you do?
God damn it! They go back, and Joker's like, "Okay, for realsies."
Okay, I'll be straight with you.
I'll be straight with you.
Okay.
Okay. It was made from like the antigen can be made, but you have to kill me to do it. Like you
Yeah,
inject
you
me
have
with
to inject me with the poison.
this poison, and then I will generate the antidote. But
And then I'll die.
I have to die in order for you to get your cure for Lois. And
Superman's like, okay.
yeah, Superman's like done, and Batman's like, "No, hang on a minute."
I already flew super fast so you couldn't see it and did it.
Yeah, right? But like this is where Batman is like, okay, so in order for you to save Lois, you'd have to sacrifice a life. And Lois would never want you to do that, even though there's no way that I know how Lois would feel about this. And it's the Joker. And I know that like Michelini is trying to illustrate like every human life is precious, and so even a life as wretched and deserving of death as the Jokers, should not be sacrificed for another. That like no one should die for another to live.
Because then the Joker will win.
Right.
Because that's what he wanted, was to make Superman like
Okay,
compromise
I
his
don't
ethics.
understand. That's a weird Superman. My Superman is cool and dark and will snap people's necks any chance he gets.
Right. Why didn't he just like immediately stab Joker with the antigen and then punch Batman for good measure? They do have like a little bit of like a brawl, like a kind of like grapple.
A yelling match.
Yeah, a yelling match, but like ultimately, like Superman kind of like doesn't agree with Batman, but acquiesces regardless.
Well, don't forget, and I honestly, I'm not sure if you actually said this, which you probably did, but that like how much Batman emphasizes that Lois would be like, don't do this.
Yeah, Lois
Yes.
would never be on board for this.
Which is an important thing to say because of how this book ends.
Which is
Yes.
dramatically uncomfortable. So they go to the hospital, and Superman's just like, watches the time tick down, and then like Lois dies, and he's like, ah, I shouldn't have done this.
And he screams so loud he breaks reality.
Right. And Batman's like, it's cool. I was right the whole time.
Right.
Like,
It's
I
what
was
she
right
would've
that she would have wanted. Trust me. And then Lois comes back, and
wakes
it's
up.
like,
And Lobo comes down and he's like, what the hell?
oh, and he
is
stabs her with
happening?
his hook. No, so she comes back, and it's like, no, Joker's toxin would cause symptoms that look like poison that brings you to the point of death and then immediately like abates and brings you back to life.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
that's
like,
the final
and that's
joke.
that's the final joke.
But you
is that
wouldn't have
would've-
even needed to kill him.
Yes.
And then I like to think that they didn't put this in, but I like to think that the antidote would have killed her.
Right.
That
Oh,
like, and then
maybe.
it's like, oh, and also you killed her.
Right.
Oh, that would have been even
That's
better.
very Joker as opposed to this, which is like not.
That would have worked
So-
better because if he had Joker's plan is that like
so stupid.
it's you didn't even need it, but he wouldn't have known.
No.
He would have taken the antidote, injected her. She would have maybe gotten better, and then he
Right.
never would have known that she actually didn't need it in the first place.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
how would you ever know that? So that part of the joke wouldn't come to pass.
Unless it was never going to create any antidote
Yes.
or antigen.
Right.
And so like when they looked in there, they're like, there's nothing here.
Right, like
Yes.
Batman would have inspected it and been like, it was saline.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that would have been it.
She was
no,
gonna
no.
get better no matter what.
Well, I was gonna say like that. Whatever, like the poison
That would have
being
been
put in-
generated.
yeah, well, the poison that was put into Joker wouldn't have actually done anything except kill him. And so,
Right.
like when he looked, like when they went to like look to see if there was an antibody, they're like,
There
No.
aren't.
No, there's nothing there.
And then-
Yeah.
You just killed him.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
killed him, and now she's gonna die too. Oh, she didn't. Oh, you just killed him for nothing.
Yeah.
You killed him for
yeah.
nothing, and she has to live with that. And she's like, you killed the Joker to save my life. That's fine.
Front page.
High five.
Yeah. So literally, Batman explains all this, and
If
Joker
you have to kill Jimmy to save my life,
do it.
do it.
Especially
Yeah.
Jimmy.
So Superman's like, that's fucked up, and Batman's like, welcome to my world.
Yeah,
Right.
And so
that's every day for me.
then I love it because Batman then turns to the doctor. He's like, why don't you and I like go out in the hallway and talk more about like this poison that affected Lois, knowing that he's like, I got to give these two some space because Superman literally let his wife almost die and wouldn't kill the Joker to do it, and she's like, were you really gonna let me die and not kill the Joker? And he's like, yeah.
And she
she's
goes,
like,
slap!
right. She is like, what the fuck? She's like, I guess that's okay. But her thought bubble's like, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
And Joker's like, damn it. But I got a million jokes. Lol. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no one acts within character. Everyone is off their like rocker in this book. It's really weird. But
Yeah. What was the point of all
what was
this?
the point? This is just the point was to get Batman on the cover. Like, Joker has a diabolical scheme. It's a problem that Superman would never be able to resolve without Batman. Batman lends virtually no expertise to the situation,
Nope.
except to be more.
Convince Superman to let Lois die.
Yeah,
Also, the art in this is like,
nah.
yeah, it's not great.
It's not great.
Sometimes it's good, and then sometimes it's horrible.
Yeah.
But there is one panel I thought was really dope, and there's like no line art on it. I just love
Yes.
this image.
Yeah, Batman's hand
Whoa,
over
whoa.
Superman's logo.
Yeah.
But none of them have line art. It's just
Yeah,
colors.
It's just
Yeah.
neat. I was like,
It's
oh,
very
that's
cool.
really, really cool. I also was just looking at the cover. I didn't realize that this
Said
had to
World's
get
Finest.
World's Finest.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
I like that too.
Mm.
So
That's cute.
Ultimately, okay, who had the best cameo, and which one's the good, the bad, and the ugly?
I think Mr. Miracle had the best cameo because he did the most like useful stuff. Like, he actually used his ability that he doesn't
Yeah.
get to use that often because he's covered in technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he did something that Superman maybe couldn't have done, or it would have taken him longer to
Right,
free himself
right.
from those ribbons. So it's
Yep.
like he actually was needed, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
in Lobo's
and plus
defense,
you got Big Barda.
And you
so
got Barda.
also in there.
In Lobo's
Two for the price
defense,
of
this
one.
is what Lobo would do. Like, it was everyone's in character. Lobo would do
Yeah.
that. It's a perfect Lobo appearance in a Superman book.
Yes.
Yeah, he
but-
checks all the Lobo boxes of being annoying and saying bad things.
Yeah.
He also
but
checks the
it was-
crossover boxes of fighting and
Yep,
then
and then
working
teaming
with
up
the
at
the
hero.
end.
So
That
that-
also checks the box in the Superman Batman one.
Yes.
Teaming
Where
up
they
and
team
then
up, but they don't fight.
fighting verbally.
Right.
Yes.
They disagree
The
with each other.
contest of wills.
Philosophically.
Yeah.
So, but they don't really, because Superman like barely says the Joker's worthy of dying. This is much more fundamentally
Right.
true.
They actually don't wrestle with the philosophical question
at all.
At
They
all.
just say it. They address it, never debate,
Right.
and then just acquiesce. So, yeah, what do you guys think? What's good? What's the good?
the good.
So I had inherent problems with all of these books.
Oh well.
Well,
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
none
not
of
a
them
fan
are
of any
good.
of them. None of them are good. But
Let's get that out of the way.
The
I did
best
not
one
care
of
for
all
any
of
of
them
these.
is the Mr. Miracle book.
Why do you say that?
I liked the story.
Okay.
Like, I
There is
liked the
one.
fact that
Yes.
Deathtrap had a plan in place.
Right.
And that it backfires on him, but it's a very classic villain thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they team up to work together to get out of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I
Yes.
liked about it.
I would say the same. These two are, they're by the same exact creative team. They're from the same title.
Yeah.
This is a perfect Lobo Superman story. It's just kind of like, but it's Lobo. If I loved Lobo, maybe I'd be like, I'd argue with you because like it is a perfect representation of Lobo. And
Yeah.
it showcases both ideologies in direct contrast.
But it also answers no questions about like the Kandalians.
But who cares? Like the
and
joke
the planet
is
he went through.
But that's
the joke is
I
that
feel like that
you
is
never
Lobo,
you
though,
never
right?
care.
Like, Lobo just has all these random crazy characters
Yeah.
that show up and say
What's with
wacky stuff.
Zombots?
This
Zom-
also,
yeah, it's
Zombots
just-
are just fun,
it's just
fucking
dumb.
yeah. It's just dumb shit. That's Lobo. Lobo's
Right?
stupid.
Yeah.
I agree that I think this one, that the Mr. Miracle one is stronger than this one, even
Yes.
though I do like Louise Simonson. She's fun. She's
Yeah.
a very nice person.
Yeah.
I do think this is more fun because
Yeah.
I feel like editorials like don't forget to also like put in the fact that he's really strong.
Right, we got to do this thing where
Because
we're setting
like
things
we're
up.
setting things up, so
Yeah.
you got to do X, Y,
We are
Z.
going to advance
so it
the
feels
plot a little
like
bit.
Some of it is like you have to check a couple of other boxes in this book.
Plus, for
Yeah,
no
it's a
reason,
lot
it also
happening.
has this
Oh,
gimmick.
the sticker
The
thing.
gimmick.
Hey, we haven't done it yet. It
No,
might
I'm
be
just
great.
saying, but like the gimmick is like no one asked for it. It means nothing. It's just a weird decision to do for no good reason whatsoever.
Yes.
And so like for that, it's like that plus Superman having to be like, I have more powers and they're even better than before. It like that does feel more exploitative.
It feels hokey.
It was also more expensive. That
Really
was
hokey.
it
Oh,
$250.
Oh shit.
Well, it came with
oh,
a
oh,
vinyl
damn.
decal.
Yeah,
but I don't
look at all these vinyl decals.
I didn't ask for that.
Yeah, but I didn't want that. I just
Sport?
wanted
How
to
do you
buy
know?
my regularly scheduled Superman book.
Yeah, I could not stand this book.
I
because
hear you.
Hate
Lobo. Yes.
Yeah.
so much.
Lobo's annoying.
I
Yeah.
don't know who Lobo is for
Right.
because it seems like he's making fun of the thing that he is.
He is.
because of how stupid
He
it
is making fun of the Lobo audience, but the Lobo audience likes him regardless.
Right, and I don't even appreciate that he's making fun of them because it is still just so annoying to read.
He's also in it. Like he is
Yeah,
it
he
and
is
is like a
saying
parody
these
of it.
things.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what Lobo I like kind of?
The animated series Lobo.
Yeah, the voice actor for it is perfect.
Yeah, it's the weird voiced dude from Everybody Loves Raymond.
He's perfect.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see it with the.
yeah,
with the actual cover or with this.
Yeah, because
version.
it looks more like a cover when you put the polybag.
Oh,
with
yeah.
some
Yeah.
people on it.
Yeah,
This book I just thought was like,
it's so by the numbers.
It's very
Yep.
by the numbers.
Front of the mill.
But like I said, like as we were kind of going back through it, like the fact that like Superman doesn't use his heat vision to get back out because it's like he couldn't, he was not allowed to because
Yeah.
because of something that was already established.
Thought went
in the
into it.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they came up with the idea before The Incredibles, so it's okay.
And it's not like they have to sell you the idea by saying it, being like, why is my heat vision working?
Right.
Right.
No, they trust you as a reader to remember that or know it.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, you got Big Barda getting bit on the ass by a shark.
You got
Yeah.
that too.
and
That's
then
kinda fun.
her punching a shark into the sky. So there's a lot.
There's a lot
The
to like
weird
about
stuff
that
about
issue.
this book was the one panel where Jimmy Olsen is like taking a picture at the press conference, and there's that dude at the bottom who's like smirking, like, ooh.
Well, sometimes artists
Yeah.
will throw in people that they know.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
it might have been like a nod,
Right.
a nod to someone that they knew.
Like, hey Joey, you're in the book.
Yeah, and you're like,
You're making that stupid face you always make.
I hate you, fucker.
I will agree. I do say that like I give the artist maybe credit for
Yeah.
having a moment of just understatement because the shark doesn't fall into the volcano.
No.
Ah,
It also doesn't go yahoo-hoo-wee.
Yeah, but like the
We
volcano's
don't see the
back
shark
there.
die. As far as
Yeah.
we know, the shark lands back in the water and is okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and this is
Also,
a,
she doesn't have like the jaws with the teeth still on her butt for the rest of it.
nope.
I
While
do
the shark
appreciate
goes
that. Yeah, like
away.
they're not the jaws you can buy at like a seaside thrift shop.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think that the bad is the Lobo and the ugly is the Batman one. I think the Batman one is
really
so
don't like the
fundamentally
Batman one?
wrong.
It was
Like
terrible.
You know
no
what?
one acts like they
No
should.
one acts like they should. However, there is something that I really enjoy about seeing the Joker have a small scale caper going on
Yes.
that like
Done in one.
is attacking someone on a moral level.
Right.
Yes, it's a little bit clever.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very Joker.
He's not orchestrating a scheme to poison the water supply.
Right,
Right.
and he's also not like like undermining all of Gotham in
No,
any way, shape, or
destroying
form.
Metropolis.
But
Like,
it
it's
did
just-
involve a lot of intricate
It does.
planning.
It does do that, but it's like it's just fundamentally sick. It's a
Yes.
it's a
Yeah.
sick proposition that he's come up with and planned, and like there's something inherently cool about Superman being faced with that. Where
Yeah.
it's not like Superman's got to come in and
can't
save the
punch
day
this
because
problem.
like
No.
we don't have enough like whatever like to get rid of this toxin or like the Joker whatever. And it's like Joker's attacking you where it hurts.
Yep.
Your family and your morals.
Yeah, this is what he does every day to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's-
welcome to High World,
The problem is
Maybe she
Everything
starts
else around it
screaming
well,
about
sucks.
it.
yeah, and I really like that idea, but the problem is like this shows like why you would just kill the Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you do stuff like this, it's like you create a situation where it's like the only logical choice is someone has to fucking kill him.
Right.
So like don't do this.
Right.
Because
Or if you do that, you have to have a really good narrative explanation as to how you can't do that. How
Right.
like even if you succumb to your basic instinct, it's not that the Joker will win. It's that like you will lose.
You know what it is?
It's the 2 hours.
This
It should have been 24.
this Batman has already had the talk with Superman where he's like, no, you don't understand. Once you kill one,
Right, you kill all
you
of them.
can't stop.
yes.
Yeah, once you
They're
pop
like
can't stop.
Pringles.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here, let me show you this
Lay's?
what if book.
I don't know.
Yeah.
About you, where you do kill someone and then you kill all the people.
Right.
This is
It's
what I'm
called
afraid
injustice.
of.
Yeah, it's coming in about 20 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty dope.
But like, I'm just getting ahead of it.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? My pick for bad and ugly.
This is my good.
This is definitely my
This is
good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just between these two, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
They're both bad, like really bad.
I gotta say Lobo is the ugly just because I
Can't stand
just
it.
I could barely read it.
Right.
I'm just like his dialogue. I'm like
Just so frustrating.
I wanted to stop like so many times.
I understand.
And it's just so random and like, oh, look at this cool shit. Oh, there's a cool fucking the zombots.
Yeah.
He's punching them and they're just ripping them. I was just like, the only fun part for me for this is when Superman is destroying the zombots
Right.
and making Lobo think that
He's a
become
murderer.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
is
like,
that better than
oh.
anything else that happens in this? But did you have an equally satisfying or funny moment in the Batman one?
No, there weren't any funny moments.
Well, any moment that you were like, that's that
Worthwhile.
That
Yeah,
reached me.
I liked Batman sending Superman
On an errand.
to do his job because
Yeah.
it's like he's too hot.
I also like that, too.
I can't
Yeah,
let
I
him
can't
near
work
the
with him.
Joker. I got to talk to the Joker one-on-one.
Yes.
I know how to deal with the Joker, maybe. So I did appreciate
Even though that was a ruse.
Yeah, I like that, except that he fails. He's like, all right, Joker, just tell me what.
I'll just keep beating you until I get it out of you.
Yes,
Right.
but
Like,
he doesn't
I
kill
can
him.
because I'm a man.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm a
I'll punch him as hard as I
well-trained
can
man.
and he won't die.
Yeah.
If you breathe on him, you'll kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't like that Superman that he doesn't believe in Superman.
Right.
Like I don't like that he doesn't trust Superman to
Well-
like not just immediately kill the Joker.
Yeah, but
How
it
is
is Lois.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we also like their friendship isn't quite what it used to be.
No.
Right.
And has Superman gone electric blue at this point? Is he still a little unstable?
At this point, I don't know.
Okay.
Does he have a mullet? I don't remember.
He does have a
He does
mullet,
have a
right?
mullet. He's
Then
still-
he has
these are
not
all
yet.
mullets.
Then he has not yet
He's
gone
not
blue.
yet gone blue.
He's just so angry and screaming the entire book
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You're supposed to believe
Superman.
that
But-
it's Lois. It's because it's Lois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of it making you uncomfortable. Like I like the idea, like no, I don't like Superman being this is the end of his rope.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't feel like that.
But, like,
that's what Joker does to you.
That's like
But I don't want that. That's just it.
But I don't read that.
There's something fundamentally interesting about that though, that like in this like book, Batman is like the ray of hope. Where
Yeah, he's
just
the
like,
good cop.
He's like, you can't, sacrifice who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like he's like, you're the best of us.
But he hasn't. I don't think he telegraphs it that like that. He's just
know.
like,
That's-
you can't kill the Joker.
I just
he-
have a good. I
Yeah.
literally don't know because it's like I like too many things about both of these books.
Yeah.
That like
Maybe it's neither bad or ugly. It's just they suck.
it's just kind of like meh.
They're meh.
All right, so
that-
any wrong boxes?
No.
I know you couldn't. I know, like for you, it's like you couldn't even finish. You almost couldn't finish it.
I can't wrong box recommend it just because it is true to the character
true
of
to the
Lobo.
character,
Right, it's not
so
just
he's
that.
supposed
He's
to
never
be.
not been that, so like
It's not.
it's just
weird.
not for me.
Right.
Just not. It's clearly not
fair.
for me.
All right. Well, there you have it. No, we have a clear winner. We have
Yes.
a clear good.
Clear good.
No wrong box. But we'll see what happens next time with another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We're going to leave you now, but please leave knowing that we will create a cover for Man of Steel number 30 using these vinyl stickers.
Clings.
Vinyl clings.
They're clings.
They're clings.
And we will post the results on Instagram at instagram.com/ComicPOPofficial or props in the ComicPOP stories. We'll see. But keep an eye out. And we'll see you guys next time with another episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I bet.
I'm Tiffany.
So long and keep reading.